In the vast, sun-scorched grasslands of Africa, a silent killer glides through the shimmering heat. The savanna stretches endlessly, a tapestry of golden grass and scattered acacia trees, where every shadow could conceal a predator. This is a land of extremes. Scorching days and frigid nights, sudden storms and relentless droughts. Life here is a constant struggle, a daily contest for survival played out beneath the open sky. This is the realm of the Black Mamba, a snake that commands both fear and respect across the continent. Its presence is felt even when unseen, a whisper in the wind, a ripple in the grass. The Black Mamba is a legend, spoken of in hushed tones by those who share its territory. Its reputation is built not just on its venom, but on its uncanny ability to appear and vanish like a ghost. It is not its color that gives it its name, as its scales are a beautiful metallic olive gray shimmering under the harsh sun. The subtle sheen allows it to vanish into the landscape, a living shadow among the brittle stalks. The Black Mamba's camouflage is so effective that even experienced trackers can miss its presence until it moves. The name comes from the terrifying, inky black interior of its mouth, which it reveals in a stark, fearsome gape when threatened. This display is a warning, a silent command that echoes through the animal kingdom. To see the Black Mamba's mouth is to witness a primal signal, one that has kept countless would-be attackers at bay. This is a clear warning, a final signal to back away before it unleashes its legendary strike. Yet most of the time the Black Mamba prefers to remain unseen, a master of stealth and evasion. It is not an aggressor by nature, but a creature that values its solitude and safety above all else. This creature is a master of its domain, a solitary hunter that prefers the quiet life, hidden away from the world. Its movements are deliberate, each glide through the grass calculated to avoid detection by both prey and rival predators. The Black Mamba's senses are finely tuned, able to detect the faintest vibrations and scents in the air. The Black Mamba is built for speed and efficiency, making it one of the most formidable predators on the savanna. Its body is long and slender, designed for both explosive bursts and silent, flowing movement. Every muscle is honed for agility, allowing it to twist, turn, and accelerate with astonishing grace. It can grow to an incredible length, sometimes over 3 meters long, giving it a massive reach and an imposing presence. This size allows it to dominate its territory, moving with a confidence born of power. Few animals dare to challenge a full-grown Black Mamba, and even the largest predators give it a wide berth. But it's the snake speed that is truly breathtaking. In a flash, it can vanish from sight, leaving only a faint trail in the dust. This speed is not just a means of escape, but a tool for ambush, allowing the mamba to close the distance to its prey in the blink of an eye. It can move at up to 20 kilometers per hour, not in a chase, but in short, explosive bursts to escape danger or to position itself for a perfect ambush. This agility makes it a ghostly presence, always one step ahead of threat or opportunity. The Black Mamba's strike is a marvel of precision, delivered with lightning speed and deadly accuracy. It is the fastest land snake on the planet, a blur of motion that can disappear into the dry grass in the blink of an eye. Its speed is both weapon and shield, a means to hunt and a way to evade. In the wild, survival often depends on the ability to move unseen and unheard, and the Black Mamba excels at both. This speed is not just for hunting, it is a vital tool for survival in a land filled with its own dangers. Lions, birds of prey, and other snakes all pose threats, and the Black Mamba's agility is its greatest defense. Even the most skilled hunters must remain vigilant, for the savanna is a place where the tables can turn in an instant. Living a reclusive life, the Black Mamba is not a pack animal and seeks no company. Its solitude is its strength, allowing it to move undetected and unchallenged. Each day it navigates its territory with a quiet confidence, relying on its instincts and experience to avoid danger. It finds shelter in termite mounds, rock crevices, or hollow logs, creating a permanent home base from which it ventures out to hunt. These sanctuaries offer protection from the harsh sun and lurking predators. The Black Mamba's choice of shelter is strategic, always close to hunting grounds, but hidden from prying eyes. Its world is one of silence and patience, relying on its exceptional camouflage to blend seamlessly with the dry, dusty landscape. Here it becomes part of the earth itself, invisible to all but the keenest eyes. The black mamba's ability to remain undetected is its greatest asset, allowing it to hunt and rest without fear. The metallic sheen of its scales breaks up its outline, making it nearly invisible among the brittle stalks of grass and sun-bleached earth. This natural armor is its first line of defense, a cloak of invisibility in a world of predators and prey. Even the sharpest eyes can be fooled by the mamba's perfect mimicry of its environment. It waits, perfectly still, for an unsuspecting creature to wander into its striking range, a ghost in the grasslands that reveals itself only at the moment of attack. Its patience is legendary, sometimes waiting for hours before making a move. When the moment comes, the strike is swift and decisive, a testament to the mamba's lethal efficiency. This snake's reputation precedes it, woven into local folklore as a creature of immense power and deadly precision. Its influence shapes the behavior of other animals, who learn to recognize the subtle signs of its presence. For generations, the black mamba has been both feared and revered. Its image etched into the collective memory of those who share its world, it represents the raw, untamed spirit of the African wilderness, a perfect predator shaped by millions of years of evolution. Its presence maintains the delicate balance of the ecosystem, keeping populations in check and ensuring the health of the savanna. Without the black mamba, the intricate web of life here would be forever altered. To witness a black mamba in its element is to glimpse the very essence of stealth and power. Every movement is purposeful, every pause a calculation, as it navigates the endless expanse of its domain. The black mamba is a creature of instinct and intelligence, perfectly adapted to the challenges of its world. Understanding this incredible animal is not just about appreciating its deadly capabilities, but also about respecting its place in the intricate web of life on the savanna. Here, every day is a brutal fight for survival, and only the strongest and smartest endure. The black mamba is both a shadow and a force, shaping the world around it with every silent glide through the grass. In the heart of Africa, the black mamba is more than just a snake. It is a symbol of the wild itself, beautiful, dangerous, and endlessly mysterious. The black mamba's most fearsome weapon is its venom, a highly complex, fast-acting cocktail of toxins that has evolved over millions of years. But venom is just one part of a sophisticated hunting arsenal, a suite of adaptations that allow this snake to survive and thrive in the harsh, unforgiving African savanna. Every aspect of the black mamba's biology, from its senses to its speed, is fine-tuned for the hunt. The black mamba is an ambush predator, relying on a combination of stealth, patience, and surgical precision. Its hunting begins with acute sensory perception. Using its forked tongue, the mamba samples chemical cues in the air, detecting the faintest scent trails left by potential prey. This tongue, constantly flicking, gathers microscopic particles and delivers them to the Jacobson's organ in the roof of its mouth, allowing the snake to taste the world around it and build a detailed map of its environment. Once a promising target is located, the mamba positions itself with meticulous care. It often chooses locations near rodent burrows, bird nests, or well-worn game trails, places where small mammals and birds are likely to pass. The snake's slender olive-grey body allows it to slip unnoticed through dense grass and tangled undergrowth, its movements almost ghost-like. The black mamba's venom is primarily a neurotoxin, targeting the nervous system of its victim with devastating speed. Once injected, the venom races through the bloodstream, shutting down nerve signals to the muscles, leading to rapid paralysis. The effect is almost immediate in small animals. Muscles stiffen, breathing falters, and within moments, the prey is rendered helpless. The venom is so potent that a single bite can bring down animals as large as a mongoose or even a young antelope, provided the bite is delivered effectively. The mamba's prey selection is opportunistic, focusing on small mammals, birds, and occasionally reptiles, creatures that are abundant and vulnerable in its environment. The snake's ability to adapt its diet to what is available is a key factor in its success. This venom is not just a defense mechanism, it is a highly evolved tool for subduing prey quickly, minimizing risk to the snake itself. The mamba's strategy is to avoid prolonged struggles that could result in injury. By immobilizing its prey almost instantly, the snake ensures its own safety and conserves precious energy. Hunting for the black mamba is a masterclass in ambush and precision. It does not actively stalk its prey over long distances. Instead, it relies on camouflage and patience, blending seamlessly into its surroundings. The snake's muted coloration and slender form make it nearly invisible among the dry grasses and scattered rocks of the savanna. The snake will find a promising spot, often near a game trail or the entrance to a rodent's burrow, and simply wait. It can remain motionless for hours, a coiled spring of potential energy, conserving its strength until the perfect moment arrives. This patience is a hallmark of the Black Mamba's hunting style. When a small animal, such as a field mouse or a bird, wanders into range, the mamba explodes into action. The strike is almost too fast for the eye to follow, a lightning-quick movement that is over in a fraction of a second. The snake's speed is legendary, capable of delivering multiple strikes in rapid succession if necessary. The attack itself is a model of ruthless efficiency. The mamba lifts the front third of its body off the ground, giving it a superior angle and incredible reach. It then lunges forward, delivering one or two swift bites to inject its deadly venom. The entire sequence is over in less than a second, leaving the prey little chance to react or escape. Unlike some snakes that hold on, the mamba often releases its prey immediately after the strike. There is no need for a struggle or constriction. The snake then retreats to a safe distance, letting the powerful neurotoxin do its work. This behavior minimizes the risk of injury from desperate prey and allows the mamba to conserve energy. The mamba's survival strategy is built on minimizing risk. By striking and releasing, it avoids injury from desperate prey and conserves energy for the next hunt. The snake's senses remain alert, tracking the movements of its victim as the venom takes effect. It can follow the scent of its dying prey, knowing that the animal will not get far before it succumbs to paralysis and respiratory failure. For its typical prey, the end comes within minutes, sometimes even seconds. The mamba's acute sense of smell allows it to track the exact location of its immobilized meal, even if it has crawled into thick cover. The venom's rapid action ensures that the hunt is concluded quickly and with minimal effort from the mamba. This method is incredibly energy efficient, allowing the snake to secure a meal without engaging in a prolonged and dangerous physical battle. The Black Mamba's hunting style is a perfect balance of aggression and caution. Once the prey is immobilized, the mamba will approach cautiously, using its keen senses to ensure the animal is no longer a threat before swallowing its meal whole. The snake's jaws unhinge, and its body stretches to accommodate prey much larger than its head. The Black Mamba is capable of consuming prey much larger than its head, thanks to highly flexible jaws and a specialized skull structure. It always swallows its prey head first, reducing the risk of injury from limbs or feathers. The process can take several minutes as the snake slowly works the animal down its throat. After feeding, the mamba seeks a safe, secluded spot to digest its meal, remaining hidden and inactive for days. This period of rest is crucial for conserving energy and avoiding detection by potential predators. The snake's metabolism slows, and it becomes almost invisible, blending into the landscape. The Black Mamba's survival depends on a delicate balance of aggression and caution. It is a master of its environment, using speed, venom, and stealth to dominate the food chain while minimizing its own risks. Every movement is calculated, every decision shaped by the need to survive in a world where danger lurks at every turn. Every aspect of its hunting technique, from prey selection to venom delivery and post-hunt concealment, is a testament to its evolutionary success. The Black Mamba's methods have been shaped by countless generations of natural selection, resulting in a predator that is both efficient and elusive. The Black Mamba's role as a top predator is secured by its ability to adapt, wait, and strike with unparalleled speed and accuracy. Its senses are always alert, its body always ready to unleash a burst of lethal power. In the vast, sun-baked savanna, the Black Mamba's hunting prowess ensures its survival, making it one of the most formidable predators in its ecosystem. Its presence shapes the behavior of other animals who learn to avoid the places where the mamba hunts. Each hunt is a blend of patience, power, and precision, a perfect adaptation to the challenges of life in the wild. The Black Mamba's methods are a study in efficiency, allowing it to thrive where only the most skilled hunters survive. The Black Mamba's methods are a study in efficiency, allowing it to thrive where only the most skilled hunters survive. Its solitary nature and secretive habits make it a rarely seen but deeply respected presence in the African wild. Once the meal is consumed, The mamba resumes its solitary existence, ever watchful, ever ready for the next opportunity. It glides away, silent and unseen, leaving little trace of its presence except for the sudden silence where once there was life. This entire process, from the patient wait to the final meal, highlights the black mamba's status as a perfectly adapted predator of the African savanna, an animal whose every move is a testament to the art of survival. In this vast and challenging landscape, the black mamba reigns supreme, a silent hunter whose legend is as enduring as the land itself. Even a predator as formidable as the black mamba is not at the top of the food chain. In the vast and unforgiving African savanna, survival is a daily struggle, and the mamba must constantly be on alert. The African savanna is a harsh and unforgiving place, and the mamba itself is prey for several other skilled hunters. These predators are relentless, each with unique adaptations that make them formidable foes. Its most famous and persistent adversary is the mongoose, a small, furry mammal with a giant slaying reputation. The mongoose is not just any predator, it is a specialist snake hunter. The mongoose is a specialist snake hunter, equipped with lightning-fast reflexes that allow it to dodge the mamba's incredibly quick strikes. These reflexes are honed through countless encounters with venomous snakes. More importantly, it possesses a natural resistance to neurotoxic venom, meaning a bite that would be fatal to other creatures might only make it sick. This resistance gives the mongoose a significant advantage in its battles with the mamba. For the mongoose, a black mamba is not a threat to be avoided, but a potential source of protein. The mongoose's diet is diverse, but snakes are a prized meal. The battles between a black mamba and a mongoose are legendary displays of speed, agility, and nerve. These encounters are a testament to the mongoose's bravery and skill. The mongoose will dance around the snake, goading it into striking repeatedly. This tactic is designed to tire the mamba out, making it more vulnerable. Each time the mamba lunges, it expends precious energy, while the mongoose waits for the perfect moment of exhaustion to launch its own attack. Patience and timing are crucial in these deadly duels. With incredible speed, the mongoose will dart in and deliver a crushing bite to the back of the snake's head, aiming to sever the spinal cord. This precise attack is often fatal, ending the battle swiftly. It's a high-stakes duel where a single mistake from either animal could mean death. But the mongoose's agility and resistance give it a significant edge in this classic savanna showdown. These encounters are a stark reminder of the savanna's brutal reality. Another powerful predator that poses a grave threat to the black mamba is the Nile crocodile. These ancient reptiles are masters of ambush and possess immense strength. While the mamba is a master on land, it is vulnerable near water. The need to drink brings it into the crocodile's territory, where danger lurks beneath the surface. Like all animals on the savanna, it must drink, and this brings it to the edges of rivers and waterholes, the domain of the crocodile. Here, the mamba's agility is less effective against the crocodile's raw power. A crocodile is an ambush predator of immense power, and it can lie perfectly still, almost completely submerged, waiting for an animal to come within reach. Its patience and stealth are key to its hunting success. A mamba venturing down to the water's edge for a drink might not even see the danger until it is too late. The crocodile's camouflage is nearly perfect in the murky waters. The crocodile's attack is an explosive burst of power, and its jaws can snap a mamba in two before the snake even has a chance to use its venom. This sudden and violent attack leaves little room for escape. The skies also hold danger for the black mamba. Predators from above are a constant threat, adding another layer of peril to the mamba's existence. Large birds of prey, particularly the snake eagle, are expert snake hunters. These birds have evolved to specialize in hunting reptiles, including the formidable black mamba. These birds have incredible eyesight and can spot a mamba moving through the grass from high above. Their keen vision allows them to track and target their prey with precision. They attack from the air with terrifying speed and precision, using their sharp talons to grip the snake behind the head, neutralizing its ability to bite. This method ensures the eagle's safety while subduing the mamba. The eagle will then use its powerful beak to kill the snake before carrying it off to its nest. This efficient hunting technique highlights the eagle's dominance in the skies. These diverse threats from the ground, the water, and the air show that in the savage world of the savanna, even one of its deadliest inhabitants must constantly be on guard to avoid becoming prey itself. The black mamba's life is a constant battle for survival. The black mamba has developed several defensive behaviors to survive in this hostile environment. These behaviors are crucial for its survival against numerous threats. When threatened, it will raise its head and upper body off the ground, spreading its neck into a hood and hissing loudly to warn off potential attackers. This display is often enough to deter many would-be predators. If the threat persists, the mamba will often choose to flee, seeking refuge in a nearby burrow or dense vegetation. Flight is a common strategy to avoid unnecessary confrontation. However, if cornered, it will not hesitate to strike with incredible speed and precision, delivering a potent dose of venom. This venom is a powerful deterrent, capable of incapacitating most attackers. Despite these dangers, the black mamba plays a crucial role in the savanna ecosystem. Its presence helps maintain the balance of nature, controlling populations of smaller animals. As a top predator, it helps control the populations of small mammals and other prey species, maintaining a balance in the food web. This role is vital for the health of the ecosystem. Its presence is a testament to the intricate and often brutal balance of nature, where every creature has its role and survival is a constant battle. The black mamba's existence is a reminder of the savanna's harsh realities. The black mamba's story is one of resilience and adaptation, a reminder of the relentless struggle for life in the wilds of the African savanna. Its ability to navigate this dangerous world is a testament to its evolutionary success. The life of a black mamba begins in utter solitude, with each hatchling breaking free from its leathery shell, thrust into a world both beautiful and perilous. There is no gentle welcome, no parental embrace, only the vast, untamed expanse of the African savanna, where every moment is a test of survival. The newborn snake, barely a few dozen centimeters long, blinks in the golden light of dawn, its senses already attuned to the rhythms of this ancient land. The air is thick with the scent of wet earth, and the distant calls of awakening birds, signaling the start of another day in the wild. The black mamba's story is intimately tied to the pulse of the seasons. The breeding season is triggered by the arrival of the rains, a time when the parched earth is transformed and the savanna bursts into vibrant life. Grasses grow tall and green, insects swarm in abundance, and the air hums with renewed energy. For the black mamba, this is a time of opportunity and renewal when the cycle of life begins anew. As the rains fall and the landscape transforms, male black mambas become restless, compelled by ancient instincts. They travel vast distances, weaving through grass and brush, their tongues flicking constantly to sample the air for the faintest trace of a receptive female. This search is relentless, driven by the promise of passing on their genes to the next generation. When two males cross paths, the tension is palpable. In the tall grass, they size each other up and a ritualistic combat dance begins. This is not a battle of fangs and venom, but a test of strength, endurance, and willpower. The rivals entwine their muscular bodies, rising above the grass in a dramatic display. Each tries to pin the other to the ground, their movements both graceful and powerful, a silent contest that can last for hours. The outcome will determine which male earns the right to mate. Despite the intensity, this contest is not a fight to the death. The snakes do not bite. Instead, victory is claimed by the one who can subdue his rival through sheer physical prowess. It is a ritual as old as the species itself, a dance of dominance and submission. The winner pins his opponent's head to the earth, asserting his dominance. The defeated male, exhausted and humbled, retreats into the undergrowth, leaving the victor to claim his prize, the waiting female, hidden nearby. After mating, the female black mamba's journey is far from over. She must now find a safe and suitable place to lay her eggs, a task fraught with danger and uncertainty. Her body is heavy with the promise of new life, and every movement is cautious, deliberate. She searches for a warm, sheltered location, often a decomposing termite mound, a hollow log, or a deep crevice, where her eggs will be protected from the elements and hidden from the many predators that roam the savanna. The choice of nest site is critical, for the survival of her offspring depends on it. These sites offer warmth and security, crucial for the development of her clutch. The heat generated by decomposing material helps incubate the eggs, maintaining a stable temperature even as the savanna outside swings between extremes. The female lays between 6 and 25 leathery eggs, each one a fragile vessel containing the next generation of black mambas. She arranges them carefully, instinctively, ensuring they are well hidden and insulated. Once her eggs are laid, her role as a mother ends abruptly. She slips away silently, never to return, leaving her clutch to the mercy of the wild. There is no parental care, no protection, only the hope that some will survive. The eggs are left utterly alone, exposed to the dangers of the savanna. Their fate is uncertain and many will never hatch. The eggs face countless threats. Predators such as monitor lizards, mongooses and ants, as well as temperature fluctuations and the ever-present risk of being discovered by a hungry scavenger. Only the most well-hidden and fortunate will survive the long incubation. After about 3 months, the survivors begin to stir within their shells. Using a specialized egg tooth, each hatchling slices through the tough casing, wriggling free into the world beyond. Each newborn is fully formed, equipped with potent venom and the instincts needed for survival. From the very first moment, they are miniature versions of their deadly parents, ready to face the world alone. From their first breath, Black Mamba hatchlings are completely independent. There is no guidance, no protection, only the hardwired instincts that have been honed over millions of years. These young snakes, measuring 40 to 60 centimeters, are already armed with a full dose of venom and the ability to defend themselves if threatened. Even at this tender age, they can deliver a bite as potent as any adult. Alone, they must quickly learn to navigate their environment, find food, and avoid countless dangers. Every rustle in the grass could mean a meal or a mortal threat. Their survival depends entirely on the instincts encoded in their DNA, refined over millions of years of evolution. Every movement, every decision is a matter of life and death. The odds are stacked against them. Many hatchlings fall prey to predators such as birds of prey, mongooses, and even other snakes. The savanna is a battlefield, and only the most vigilant survive. The savanna teems with danger at every turn. Birds circle overhead, mongooses prowl the undergrowth, and lizards stalk the nests. Only a fraction of the young mambas will survive their first year. Those that endure must quickly master the art of hunting, seeking out small prey such as lizards, frogs, and rodents, all while remaining hidden from their own predators. Every meal is hard won, every day a lesson in survival. As they grow, the survivors become both hunters and hunted, each day a test of speed, intelligence, and luck. With each successful hunt, they grow stronger, shedding their skins as they inch closer to adulthood. Only the most resilient will reach their full size, growing into the formidable 3-meter-long predators that rule the savanna. The black mamba's life is a testament to the harsh realities of nature, a cycle of birth, struggle, and survival, played out in the wild heart of Africa. Only the strongest endure, ensuring the legacy of this remarkable species continues generation after generation in the endless circle of mamba life. Far from the sun-baked savannas of Africa, there exists a realm so dense, so vibrant, and so alive that it seems to pulse with its own heartbeat. This is the Amazon rainforest, a world apart where the air is thick with humidity and the chorus of life never ceases. Here, predators and prey are locked in a perpetual struggle, and every inch of space is contested by a dazzling array of creatures. The Amazon is not just a forest, it is a living, breathing entity, a place of staggering biodiversity and relentless competition where survival is both an art and a science. Spanning over 5.5 million square kilometers, the Amazon is the largest rainforest on Earth. It is a colossal, interconnected system, a green ocean that stretches as far as the eye can see. Within its tangled embrace, more than half of all animal species on our planet find a home. From the tiniest insects to the largest predators, life here is both abundant and astonishingly diverse. Water is the lifeblood of this jungle. The mighty Amazon River and its countless tributaries snake through the forest, nourishing a landscape of endless green. Dense vegetation forms a labyrinth of vines, leaves, and branches, creating a world where sunlight struggles to reach the ground. This is a place where the rules of survival are rewritten, where adaptation is the key to existence. In the Amazon, the struggle for survival is as fierce as anywhere on Earth, but the strategies are uniquely shaped by the environment. Here, brute strength alone is not enough. Intelligence, camouflage, and specialization are essential tools in the battle for life. Every animal, from the smallest frog to the most powerful jaguar, must carve out its own niche in this crowded, competitive world. The Amazon is not a single, uniform habitat. Instead, it is a vertical world, divided into distinct layers, each with its own unique community of plants and animals. This vertical stratification creates a complex three-dimensional battlefield, where life unfolds on multiple levels. At the very top is the emergent layer where the tallest trees, some reaching over 60 meters, pierce the canopy and bask in the full force of the sun. Here the air is drier, the winds stronger, and only the most resilient species can thrive. Birds of prey soar above, scanning for movement below, while monkeys and insects navigate the swaying treetops. Just beneath lies the canopy, a dense interconnected ceiling of leaves and branches. This is the beating heart of the rainforest, where sunlight filters through in dappled patterns and life is at its most abundant. The canopy is a world unto itself, teeming with monkeys, sloths, and a kaleidoscope of birds, parrots, toucans, and countless others, each adapted to life among the branches. Below the canopy is the understory, a shadowy realm of smaller trees and shrubs. Here the air is thick and humid, and sunlight is a precious commodity. Plants and animals in the understory have evolved to survive in low light, relying on keen senses and stealth to avoid predators and find food. Finally, there is the forest floor, a dim, damp world where decaying leaves and fungi carpet the ground. Shadows reign here, and the air is heavy with the scent of earth and decomposition. It is a place of danger and opportunity, where formidable predators like the jaguar stalk their prey, and countless insects and small mammals scurry through the undergrowth. Life in the Amazon is defined by this vertical complexity. Animals have evolved to exploit every available niche, moving through the layers with agility and purpose. Some, like the capuchin monkey, may spend their entire lives in the canopy, never touching the ground. Others, like the jaguar, prowl the forest floor, ever watchful for movement above. This separation of habitats allows an extraordinary number of species to coexist in close quarters. Each layer offers its own resources and challenges, creating a patchwork of microhabitats where specialization is the key to survival. The result is a rainforest bursting with life, where diversity is both a blessing and a curse. Competition for food, territory, and mates is fierce, and only the most adaptable thrive. But with such density comes danger. In the Amazon, threats can come from any direction, above, below, or from the dense vegetation all around. Predators lurk in the shadows, birds of prey circle overhead, and snakes glide silently through the undergrowth. Every animal must remain vigilant, for a single moment of inattention can mean the difference between life and death. The Amazon is a world of constant alertness. Animals scan their surroundings, always on the lookout for danger or opportunity. Startled reactions and sudden ambushes are part of daily life, and the line between hunter and hunted is often razor-thin. Competition here is relentless. The sheer abundance of life means that resources are always in demand. Animals compete fiercely for food, defend territories with vigor, and engage in elaborate displays to attract mates. Every day is a test of survival, and only those with the right combination of skills and adaptations can hope to succeed. Over millennia, the creatures of the Amazon have evolved an astonishing array of strategies to gain an edge. Some rely on powerful venom, others on near-perfect camouflage. Some use brute strength, while others depend on the safety of numbers or the element of surprise. Each adaptation is a response to the unique challenges of this environment, a testament to the power of evolution. The Amazon is, in many ways, a living laboratory, a place where nature's experiments play out on a grand scale. Here, the endless variety of life is a showcase of evolutionary ingenuity, with every creature representing a different solution to the fundamental problem of survival. In this vast interconnected ecosystem, every animal, from the smallest insect to the largest predator, plays a crucial role. The balance of life is delicate, and the actions of one species can ripple through the entire system, affecting countless others in ways both subtle and profound. Among the Amazon's most remarkable inhabitants is the Black Mamba, a snake renowned for its speed, agility, and potent venom. Though more commonly associated with the savannas of Africa, in this narrative the Black Mamba has adapted to the vertical world of the rainforest, becoming a master of its complex environment. The Black Mamba is perfectly suited to life in the Amazon. Its slender, muscular body allows it to move effortlessly through dense foliage, climb trees with ease, and blend seamlessly into its surroundings. Whether gliding silently along a branch or coiled in the shadows, it is a creature built for stealth and speed. The Black Mamba's interactions with other species are a testament to its adaptability and prowess. It is both predator and prey, engaging in tense standoffs with rivals, hunting in the canopy, and evading larger threats with lightning-fast reflexes. Its presence is felt throughout the rainforest, a silent reminder of the dangers that lurk in every corner. Survival for the Black Mamba is a delicate balance of patience and aggression. It relies on its incredible speed to strike at prey and retreat before danger can find it. Its venom is among the most potent in the animal kingdom, capable of subduing even large animals with a single bite. Yet, it is also a master of camouflage, remaining undetected until the perfect moment to strike. From the shadowy forest floor to the sunlit heights of the canopy, the Black Mamba moves with confidence and purpose. It navigates streams, climbs trees, and basks in patches of sunlight, always alert, always ready. Its survival is a testament to the power of adaptation in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. In the Amazon, every creature must adapt or perish. The Black Mamba, with its lethal combination of speed, venom, and stealth, is a symbol of the rainforest's relentless and intricate web of life, a world where only the most extraordinary can endure and where the struggle for survival never truly ends. In the shadowy world where the endless savanna meets the impenetrable Amazon, a unique battleground emerges, a place where the rules of survival are rewritten with every sunrise. Here, apex predators reign over both land and water, their territories overlapping in a delicate, dangerous balance. The Black Mamba, a living legend of the grasslands, sometimes ventures to the very edge of these wild domains, drawn by the promise of prey and the challenge of new rivals. At this borderland, the familiar gives way to the unknown, and every movement is a gamble with life and death. One such rival is the ghost of the forest floor, the jaguar. While the Black Mamba is a master of speed, agility, and venom, the jaguar is a master of stealth, raw power, and silent ambush. The jaguar moves like a shadow, its presence barely noticed until it is too late. The mamba, on the other hand, is a whisper of movement, a flash of scales, a sudden strike. Both are perfectly adapted to their environments, but when their worlds collide, the outcome is anything but certain. The jaguar, largest of the American big cats, is built for strength and endurance. Its muscular frame and powerful jaws allow it to take down prey many times its own size. Solitary by nature, the jaguar's hunts are silent and calculated, often bringing it face to face with the Black Mamba, especially near the forest's edge, where both predators seek out the rich bounty of prey that thrives in the transition zone. The mamba, sensing the presence of such a formidable adversary, coils defensively, its senses heightened, every muscle ready to react. The jaguar's crushing bite is legendary, capable of piercing bone and even the armored shells of turtles. Its jaws are among the strongest in the animal kingdom, delivering a killing blow with surgical precision. The Black Mamba, meanwhile, relies on its lightning-fast strikes and potent venom, which can bring down animals much larger than itself. When their paths cross, both predators rely on their unique weapons, one on brute force and the element of surprise, the other on lethal speed and chemical warfare. Encounters between these two titans are rare, but when they do occur, the jaguar's thick skull, armored by evolution, and its quick reflexes often give it the upper hand. The mamba, ever alert, senses danger in the air and prefers to slip away, its agility and speed its best defense. In these tense moments, a silent standoff can last for minutes, each predator weighing the risks, every muscle tensed for action or escape. Both predators are intimately familiar with the river's edge, a place of both opportunity and peril. The jaguar is an accomplished swimmer, gliding through the water with ease, hunting caiman, capybara, and even fish. Its powerful limbs propel it silently beneath the surface, making it a true master of both land and water. The black mamba, though less at home in the water, patrols the tangled roots and reeds along the riverbank, searching for rodents, birds, and other small creatures. Here the boundaries between hunter and hunted blur, and every shadow could conceal a threat. Camouflage is a vital tool for both the jaguar and the mamba. The jaguar's rosette-patterned coat breaks up its outline, allowing it to melt into the dappled light of the forest floor. The mamba's muted olive-brown scales blend seamlessly with dry leaves and tangled undergrowth. This natural invisibility allows both predators to stalk their prey undetected, or to avoid each other in the dense, shadowy world beneath the canopy. Their diets, though overlapping only slightly, reveal the diversity of their hunting strategies. The jaguar is an apex predator capable of taking down large mammals such as deer, tapir, and even monkeys high in the trees. Its powerful leap and crushing bite make it a terror to all but the largest animals. The black mamba, in contrast, is a specialist in smaller prey, birds, rodents, lizards, using its speed and venom to subdue victims before they can escape. Yet, both are opportunists, and a careless animal, regardless of size, may fall to either hunter if it strays into their path. The river's edge is a place of constant tension and shifting alliances. The jaguar, ever the bold hunter, stalks caiman with calculated patience, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The black mamba, meanwhile, must be wary of both predator and prey, always alert to sudden movement in the water or on land. Here, survival depends on vigilance, and a single mistake can mean the difference between life and death. When the jaguar attacks, chaos erupts along the riverbank. The mamba, sensing the commotion, vanishes into the reeds, its survival depending on swift retreat and the ability to disappear without a trace. The riverbank becomes a battleground, but the mamba knows instinctively when to fight and when to flee, its life a constant dance between risk and reward. This adaptability is what makes both the jaguar and the mamba top predators in their own right. The jaguar dominates the dense jungle and the open riverbanks, its presence felt even when unseen. The mamba, ever watchful, claims the sunlit clearings and tangled undergrowth, its reputation as a deadly adversary well earned. Each rules its chosen territory with unmatched skill and cunning. But the river holds another giant, the green anaconda, undisputed master of the waterways. This massive serpent, capable of reaching lengths over 20 feet and weighing hundreds of pounds, is a silent, lurking threat. When the black mamba nears the river, it must contend with this formidable rival, whose strength and patience are legendary. The anaconda is not venomous, but its size and strength are unmatched in the world of snakes. It moves with slow, deliberate grace, its massive body gliding through water and mud with barely a ripple. The mamba, though deadly, is cautious. An encounter with an anaconda is a battle of stealth, patience, and nerves. Both snakes are aware of each other's presence, and a single misstep could prove fatal. Anacondas spend most of their lives in water, waiting for the unwary to come too close. Their eyes and nostrils sit atop their heads, allowing them to remain almost completely submerged, invisible to both prey and rival. The mamba, sensing the subtle vibrations of the giant snake, keeps to the drier ground, always alert for the sudden strike of the river king. Every movement is calculated, every decision a matter of survival. Both the anaconda and the mamba are ambush predators, relying on the element of surprise to secure their next meal. The mamba's speed is its shield, allowing it to strike and retreat before danger can close in. The anaconda's patience is its weapon, waiting motionless for hours, even days, for the perfect opportunity to strike. Camouflage is their shared advantage. The mamba's scales, colored to match the dry reeds and earth, allow it to vanish in plain sight. The anaconda's patterned skin blends perfectly with the muddy water and aquatic plants, making it nearly invisible to both prey and predator. In this world, being unseen is often the key to survival. When prey approaches, both predators strike with explosive speed. The mamba's venom acts swiftly, paralyzing and killing its victim in moments. The anaconda's grip is relentless, its coils tightening with every heartbeat, cutting off air and blood until the struggle ceases. Each has honed its hunting technique over millennia, perfectly adapted to its environment. The anaconda seizes its prey with powerful jaws lined with backward-facing teeth, ensuring that escape is impossible. The mamba, with needle-sharp fangs, delivers a fatal dose of venom before swallowing its meal whole. Both are marvels of evolutionary design, their bodies and behaviors shaped by the relentless demands of survival. The anaconda's method is brute force, coiling and crushing, its massive body squeezing the life from its victim. The mamba, though capable of constricting smaller prey, relies on its venom to subdue larger threats. Each has developed a unique approach to the same goal: to kill quickly and efficiently. The anaconda kills by constriction, its coils tightening with every breath the prey takes, while the mamba's venom shuts down the nervous system, bringing swift death. Each method is a masterpiece of predatory adaptation, equally effective in the unforgiving world of the riverbank. In the struggle for survival, the mamba's best defense is often escape. It knows when to stand its ground and when to vanish into the shadows, its slender body slipping through the undergrowth with barely a sound. The anaconda, meanwhile, remains a silent sentinel waiting for its next opportunity. Once the hunt is over, both predators retreat to rest and recover. The anaconda, its body swollen with its latest meal, finds a quiet place to digest, sometimes remaining motionless for days. The mamba, after swallowing its prey, basks in the sun, its body recharging for the next encounter. In this wild world, every meeting, whether with rival, prey, or predator, is a test of skill, strength, and survival. Here, at the edge of the river and the forest, the drama of life and death plays out in endless, ever-changing detail. In the wild, lethality isn't always about size or strength. Sometimes it's about strategy, adaptation, and the intricate web of relationships that bind the ecosystem together. Every creature, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a role in the grand tapestry of life. The savanna and rainforest are not just battlegrounds for the largest and most powerful, but arenas where the tiniest animals can wield influence far beyond their size. Some of the most dangerous creatures in the savanna and rainforest are surprisingly small, yet their presence shapes the lives of even the most formidable predators, like the Black Mamba. These small animals, through their unique adaptations, can dictate the movements, behaviors, and even the survival of much larger species. Take the golden poison dart frog, a tiny amphibian no bigger than a paperclip, whose toxic skin is a warning to all, including snakes. This frog, found in the humid rainforests of South America, is one of the most poisonous animals on Earth. Its skin secretes batrachotoxin, a substance so potent that a single frog carries enough to kill several adult humans, or countless would-be predators. The Black Mamba, though a master hunter, instinctively avoids these vividly coloured frogs. Their aposematic signals, those bright, unmistakable colours, are universally understood in the animal kingdom. This is not a lesson learned lightly. Over countless generations, predators who ignored these warnings paid the ultimate price, and their genes were lost from the pool. Now the mamba's caution is hardwired, a product of evolutionary trial and error. The frog's vibrant yellow skin is a biological stop sign, and the mamba, with its acute senses, recognizes the danger, choosing to hunt elsewhere. This simple act of avoidance is a testament to the power of visual signals in nature, a silent conversation between predator and prey, where the stakes are life and death. This defense mechanism, aposematism, is so effective that even apex predators like the Black Mamba respect its warning, ensuring the frog's survival. The frog's colors are not just for show, they are a declaration of invincibility, a shield forged by chemistry and evolution. The source of the frog's power is a potent toxin secreted from glands in its skin, a chemical barrier that even the mamba's potent venom cannot overcome. This toxin disrupts nerve signals, causing paralysis and death in minutes. For the Black Mamba, whose own venom is among the deadliest in the world, the frog's defense is a rare and absolute deterrent. The Black Mamba's own survival depends on its ability to distinguish between prey and poison, a skill honed by the constant presence of toxic amphibians in its territory. Its tongue flicks, sampling the air for chemical cues, and its brain processes a lifetime of inherited knowledge, what to eat and what to avoid. The mamba does not hunt these frogs. Instead, it focuses on less risky prey, leaving the toxic amphibians to their own niche in the ecosystem. This division of roles allows both species to thrive, each respecting the boundaries set by nature's invisible rules. But the Black Mamba's world is not only shaped by amphibians. At an even smaller scale, insects like army ants play a crucial role in the savanna's balance. These ants, though individually fragile, become a force of nature when united. Army ants, though tiny, move in vast swarms that can alter the behavior of much larger animals, including snakes. Their relentless advance is a spectacle of coordination and purpose, a living river that sweeps across the land. An individual ant is insignificant, but together they form a living tide that the Black Mamba must respect and avoid. The swarm's numbers and aggression can overwhelm even the most dangerous predators, forcing them to yield ground. Unlike other ant species, army ants do not build permanent nests. Their nomadic colonies can force even the Black Mamba to change its route or abandon a hunting ground. The ant's presence is temporary but transformative, leaving a trail of cleared earth and displaced animals in their wake. The Mamba's agility and awareness allow it to navigate these hazards, but a direct encounter with a swarm could be fatal, as the ants can overwhelm even large reptiles. Their jaws, though tiny, are sharp and relentless, and their venom can subdue prey many times their size. The army ants march in wide columns, consuming everything in their path. The Black Mamba, ever cautious, keeps its distance, knowing that even a predator must sometimes yield to the collective power of the small. The ant's advance is relentless, and anything that cannot escape is quickly devoured. Their collective strength is so great that they can strip a carcass bare in minutes, a force of nature that even the mamba cannot challenge. The savanna and rainforest are shaped by these moments of overwhelming power where the many triumph over the few. The army ant swarm is a superorganism, moving and hunting as a single entity, while the Black Mamba relies on stealth and speed to survive in this dynamic environment. Each adapts to the other, their lives intertwined in a constant dance of avoidance and opportunity. Sometimes the mamba benefits from the chaos army ants create, preying on small animals fleeing the swarm, a subtle but vital ecological relationship. The ants, in their relentless search for food, inadvertently provide the mamba with opportunities it would not otherwise have. Anything that cannot escape the ants is quickly overwhelmed, but the mamba's speed and intelligence keep it one step ahead, turning danger into opportunity. In this way, the Black Mamba is both a participant in and a beneficiary of the savanna's complex food web. The power of the colony is its strength, a reminder that in the savanna, cooperation can rival even the deadliest of solitary hunters. The ant's unity is their weapon, just as the mamba's solitude is its shield. These tiny terrors, the poison frog, the army ant, and the ever-watchful Black Mamba, prove that in the complex world of the wild, survival strategies come in all shapes and sizes, each species adapting and responding to the others in a delicate, deadly dance. The savanna and rainforest are not just homes to giants, but to countless small creatures whose influence is felt by all. In this intricate web, every life matters, and every adaptation is a story of survival against the odds. The Amazon rainforest is a world of constant peril, a living labyrinth where threats lurk in every shadow and survival is a daily struggle. Here the dangers extend far beyond the fangs and claws of its many predators. For the Black Mamba, a master of survival and adaptation, the challenges are as diverse as they are relentless. Every moment in this vast, tangled wilderness is a test of instinct, agility, and resilience. The environment itself is perhaps the most formidable adversary the mamba faces. Torrential rains, sudden storms, and the oppressive humidity can turn the forest from a haven into a death trap in a matter of hours. When the skies open up, the mamba's burrows and hiding places can quickly become flooded, forcing it to abandon the safety of its shelter and seek higher ground. The risk of drowning is ever present, and the mamba must move swiftly, navigating slippery roots and tangled undergrowth as the water rises around it. Flooding is one of the most significant natural dangers in the Amazon. The Black Mamba, though a surprisingly capable swimmer, is at its most vulnerable when the forest floor transforms into a vast, unpredictable river. The water brings with it not only the threat of drowning, but also the risk of being swept away into unfamiliar territory, far from the safety of its established hunting grounds. During the rainy season, the Amazon's intricate network of rivers can swell dramatically, spilling their banks and inundating huge swathes of the forest floor. The mamba must act quickly, climbing trees or moving to higher ground to avoid being swept away by the powerful currents. In these moments, every second counts, and hesitation can mean the difference between life and death. The floods do not discriminate. They transform the landscape in a matter of days, forcing ground-dwelling animals to flee to higher ground or take refuge in the trees. The mamba, too, must adapt or perish, often finding itself sharing branches with other desperate creatures, each one a potential threat or competitor. For many animals, this is a race against time that they will not win. Even the black mamba, swift and alert, can fall prey to aquatic predators like caimans or large fish lurking beneath the surface. The water is filled with hidden dangers, and a single misstep can be fatal. Even apex predators like the jaguar are not immune to the chaos of the floods. For the mamba, jaguars represent a constant threat, especially when both are forced into the same shrinking patches of dry land. The competition for territory and resources intensifies, and every encounter is fraught with danger. Jaguars, though strong swimmers, can be displaced from their territories by sudden and powerful floods. Their scent markers are washed away, and they are forced into unfamiliar areas where they may have to compete with other jaguars and encounter the black mamba. These encounters are tense and unpredictable, with both predator and prey on high alert. Young or inexperienced animals are particularly vulnerable during these times. Many are trapped and drowned by the relentless deluge, unable to escape the rising waters. Juvenile mambas, lacking the strength, speed, and experience of adults, face even greater odds. Their survival depends on instinct and luck, as they navigate a world that is both beautiful and deadly. The floods reshape the very fabric of the forest, creating a dynamic and often chaotic environment. Fallen branches, uprooted trees, and swirling debris create new obstacles and hiding places, but also new dangers. The ability to adapt to sudden change is just as important as the ability to hunt. The mamba must constantly adjust its territory and hunting patterns, learning to read the ever-changing landscape. The Amazon's power is a constant reminder that nature itself is the ultimate force here. For the black mamba, survival means respecting the river's might and the forest's unpredictability. After the storm, the mamba basks in the rare sunlight, regaining strength and preparing for the next challenge. But the dangers do not end with the weather. The black mamba faces a host of animal competitors and predators. The harpy eagle, with its keen eyesight and powerful talons, is one of the few creatures capable of preying on an adult mamba. From high above the canopy, the eagle scans for movement, ready to strike with deadly precision. The mamba's only defense against such aerial hunters is its speed and stealth. It relies on camouflage, blending seamlessly with the leaves and branches, and on quick escapes to avoid becoming a meal. Every movement is calculated, every pause deliberate, as it tries to remain invisible in a world where being seen can mean death. On the forest floor, agile hunters like the ocelot pose another threat. These stealthy cats are expert stalkers, their eyes fixed on the slightest movement. A hungry ocelot will not hesitate to attack a distracted or weakened mamba, and the ensuing confrontation is a deadly dance of speed and cunning. Even among snakes, competition is fierce. The boa constrictor, a powerful ambush predator, can overpower a mamba if given the chance. Encounters between these two formidable reptiles are rare, but when they do occur, they are battles of strength, speed, and strategy. Food becomes scarce during the floods, and the mamba must compete with other snakes for every meal. Rodents and small mammals are driven from their burrows by the rising water, but so are the predators that hunt them. A failed hunt can mean starvation, and the competition is ruthless. Vulnerable moments, such as shedding its skin, are especially dangerous for the mamba. During this time, its senses are dulled and its movements sluggish, making it an easy target for predators and rivals alike. The forest is quick to exploit any sign of weakness, and the mamba must find a safe place to hide until the process is complete. As night falls, the dangers do not disappear, they only change. Nocturnal hunters emerge from their hiding places, and the mamba must remain ever vigilant. Its senses are finely tuned to the sounds and vibrations of the night, allowing it to detect threats and opportunities in the darkness. Every rustle, every shadow could signal danger or prey. In the Amazon, every day and every night is a battle for survival. For the black mamba, the greatest threats are not just the predators that stalk the shadows, but the ever-changing, unforgiving world it calls home. It is a world where only the most adaptable, the most cunning, and the most resilient can hope to survive. And for the Black Mamba, every challenge faced is a testament to its remarkable ability to endure in one of the planet's most dangerous environments. The stories of the Black Mamba weaving through the golden grasses of the African savanna and the jaguar moving silently beneath the emerald canopy of the Amazon rainforest are more than just thrilling encounters between predator and prey. They are living dramas, unfolding every day, that reveal the delicate balance and fierce beauty of nature's design. These moments offer us rare glimpses into two of the most vital and intricate ecosystems on Earth, places where life has evolved in astonishing diversity and complexity. The savanna and the rainforest are ancient landscapes, shaped by the slow passage of millennia, their rhythms set by the turning of the seasons and the cycles of life and death. Within these habitats, countless threads of life are woven together. Each species, from the largest mammal to the tiniest insect, is a vital strand in the tapestry, contributing to the health and resilience of the whole. From the swift, elusive black mamba gliding through the grass to the smallest beetle burrowing in the soil, every creature has a purpose, a role to play in the grand design of nature. The black mamba, a master of the grasslands, is not just a fearsome predator, it is a regulator, keeping rodent populations in check and ensuring that the balance of the ecosystem is maintained. Meanwhile, the jaguar, silent and powerful, stalks the shadows of the rainforest, preying on a diverse array of animals. Its presence maintains the balance of the forest, preventing any one species from overwhelming the rest. This harmony is delicate, and when even one thread is lost, when a single species disappears or a habitat is destroyed, the entire web can begin to unravel. The loss ripples outward, affecting not just the immediate environment but the entire network of life that depends on it. Today, the wild worlds of the savanna and the rainforest face grave threats. Deforestation, wildfires, and human encroachment are erasing these ancient landscapes at an alarming rate, and the consequences ripple through every living thing, from the largest predators to the smallest pollinators. The Amazon rainforest, a living, breathing entity, is more than just a collection of trees. It is a vast, interconnected system that sustains life on a global scale. Its trees stretch across the land, exhaling life-giving oxygen into the atmosphere and drawing in carbon dioxide, helping to steady the climate of the world. The rainforest acts as a giant sponge, absorbing moisture and releasing it back into the air, creating clouds and rain that nourish the land far beyond its borders. Its vastness shapes weather patterns. Its rivers and streams nourish the land, and its presence is felt in the winds and rains that travel across continents. The waters that flow from the heart of the Amazon sustain countless forms of life, from the fish that swim in its depths to the people who depend on its bounty for survival. But when the forest falls, when trees are cut and burned, when animals are driven from their homes, the climate shifts, the cycles of water and life are thrown into chaos, and the ability of the planet to nurture its wild inhabitants is diminished. The land becomes barren, vegetation wilts, and wildlife struggles to survive in a world that is rapidly changing. Yet within these wild places lies a treasure trove of potential waiting to be revealed. Scientists and researchers are only beginning to unlock the secrets hidden in the depths of the rainforest and the expanse of the savanna. The astonishing diversity of the Amazon holds secrets that could transform the world of life. New medicines, new materials, and new ways of understanding the natural world, the toxins of the poisoned dart frog, the chemistry of rare plants, and the adaptations of unique animals are already being studied for their power to heal and protect. Some of these plants are being used to develop new medicines, while others may hold the key to treating diseases that have long eluded a cure. Countless plants and fungi, many still undiscovered, may hold the answers to mysteries yet unsolved, cures for illnesses, solutions for environmental challenges, and insights into the very fabric of life. But when the forests are destroyed, when bulldozers clear the land and fires consume the trees, it is not just trees that are lost. It is the loss of a living library of knowledge, wisdom, and wonder, a library that has been written over millions of years, erased before its stories can be told, its secrets lost forever. Imagine a library where every book is unique, every page irreplaceable, and every story vital to our understanding of the world. Now imagine that library burning, its knowledge gone before we ever had the chance to read it. The protection of these wild worlds is a call that echoes through the savanna grass and the rainforest canopy. It is a call for balance, for respect, for the preservation of the intricate dance of life that has unfolded for eons. The health of the planet is bound to the health of its wildest places. When the black mamba glides through the grass, when the jaguar prowls beneath emerald leaves, the world is in harmony. Their presence is a sign that the ecosystem is thriving, that the balance of life endures. By safeguarding these ecosystems, we ensure that the symphony of life continues, vibrant and strong, for generations to come. Protected reserves, conservation efforts, and sustainable practices are all vital steps in this journey. The future of the black mamba, the jaguar, and the countless species that share their world depends on the strength and resilience of the wild. Each animal, each plant, each insect is a guardian of balance, a symbol of the power and necessity of every creature. The black mamba, with its silent grace and vital role, is a guardian of balance, a symbol of the power and necessity of every creature. Conservation signs and protected areas are reminders of our responsibility to these wild worlds. In the savage, beautiful, and irreplaceable wilderness, life endures. Here, the world's greatest wonders are preserved for all who call these wild worlds home, now and for the future. The call to protect them is not just a plea for preservation, but a promise to honor the legacy of life itself. As the African sun slips below the horizon, a hush settles over the savanna. The vibrant colors of the day give way to the deep blues and purples of twilight, casting long shadows across the landscape. Daytime predators retreat to their dens, and the world is cloaked in a cool, silvery darkness. The air grows still, and the sounds of the day fade, replaced by the subtle whispers of the night. But for the black mamba, the night brings a new chapter, one written in shadows and silence. The mamba, a master of stealth, thrives in this nocturnal world where its dark scales blend seamlessly with the night. Emerging from its hidden refuge, the mamba glides across the dew-laden grass, senses sharpened by the darkness. Each movement is deliberate, each glide a testament to its predatory prowess. Its tongue flickers, drawing in the scents of the night. The mamba's forked tongue is a sophisticated tool, sampling the air for the faintest hint of prey or danger. Unlike the heat of day, the cooler air allows the mamba to move with renewed energy, seeking out prey that stirs only after dusk. The night is its domain, a time when it can hunt with unmatched efficiency. Nocturnal rodents scurry through the undergrowth, unaware of the silent hunter in their midst. These small mammals, active in the cool of the night, are prime targets for the mamba's lethal strike. The mamba's lightning-fast strikes are unseen in the moonlight, a ghostly presence that keeps the ecosystem in balance. Its speed and precision are unmatched, making it a formidable nocturnal predator. Occasionally it crosses paths with other creatures of the night. The civet, prowling for insects with its keen sense of smell. The bush baby, leaping from branch to branch with remarkable agility, its large eyes adapted to the low light. The owl, silently swooping overhead, its wings designed for noiseless flight as it hunts for small mammals. Each is a player in the intricate nighttime ballet, moving through the darkness with purpose. The savanna at night is a world of its own, teeming with life and activity unseen by day. But the black mamba is not the only danger in the night. The savanna is home to many nocturnal predators, each with its own role in the delicate balance of this ecosystem. Larger predators like the hyena and the serval also roam, their paths sometimes converging in the long grasses. These encounters are fraught with tension, each predator wary of the other. Yet the mamba, wary and agile, slips away, vanishing into the shadows before conflict arises. Its survival depends on its ability to avoid unnecessary confrontations. As dawn approaches, the black mamba returns to its lair, its work in the nocturnal world complete. The first light of day signals the end of its hunt and the beginning of a new cycle. The night fades, but the story of the mamba continues, an unseen force maintaining the rhythm of the wild even while the world sleeps. The savanna awakens, but the mamba's presence lingers, a silent guardian of the night. As dawn breaks and the first golden rays touch the savanna, a new day awakens a world teeming with life and danger. The air is cool, the grasses glisten with dew, and the vast plains stretch endlessly, promising both opportunity and peril for those who call this place home. For the Black Mamba, the arrival of morning means more than just warmth. It signals the presence of a new cast of characters, those that rule the skies above. The snake, a master of stealth and speed on the ground, must now contend with the ever-watchful eyes soaring overhead. Birds with their keen vision and swift, agile wings are both a threat and an opportunity in the mamba's world. Their sharp eyes can spot the faintest movement in the grass, and their aerial perspective gives them an advantage the snake cannot match. High above, a tawny eagle circles in the cloudless blue sky, its powerful wings barely moving as it rides the thermals. The eagle's gaze is relentless, scanning every inch of the savanna below for the slightest sign of prey. For the Black Mamba, this aerial hunter is a constant, looming danger. The snake's senses are on high alert, every muscle tensed, ready to react at the first hint of a shadow passing overhead. If the mamba is caught in the open, it freezes instantly, relying on its natural camouflage to blend into the dappled shadows beneath acacia thorns or slipping silently under a fallen log. Its survival depends on remaining unseen, a ghost among the grasses. But not all birds are predators. The savanna is alive with the gentle movements of smaller birds, each playing their own role in this intricate ecosystem. In the tangled undergrowth, ground-dwelling birds like francolins and guinea fowl scratch for seeds and insects, their constant foraging a soft chorus beneath the rustle of the wind. These birds are wary, always alert for danger, but their focus is on the bounty hidden in the soil. For the Black Mamba, these unsuspecting foragers can become prey. With astonishing speed and precision, the snake can ambush the unwary, striking with deadly accuracy before the bird even senses the threat. The attack is swift, a blur of movement, a flash of fangs, and the balance of life shifts once more. These quick, often unseen encounters ripple through the ecosystem. Each successful hunt keeps bird populations in check and provides vital sustenance for the snake. Sometimes the drama intensifies, drawing in more players to the unfolding story. A flock of hornbills, vigilant and fiercely protective, sounds the alarm. Their harsh, echoing calls ring out across the savanna as they mob the mamba, swooping and diving in a coordinated assault to drive the snake away from their precious nesting sites. The air fills with the thunder of beating wings and shrill cries, a chaotic dance of defense and evasion. The birds work together, their unity a formidable force against even the most feared predator. In these moments, the Black Mamba's agility and cunning are tested to their limits. Forced to retreat, the snake weaves through the grass, evading the relentless onslaught of its feathered adversaries, its pride wounded, but its life preserved. Yet the relationship between snake and bird is not always one of conflict. There are moments of uneasy coexistence, where predator and potential prey share the same space, each aware of the other, but neither attacking. When the mamba sheds its skin, it leaves behind a delicate, translucent remnant. Small birds seize the opportunity, darting in to snatch up the fragile skin which they weave into their nests, strengthening the homes that will shelter their young. In this way, even the most feared predator becomes an unwitting benefactor, its cast-off skin supporting the next generation of the savanna's winged inhabitants. The cycle of life continues, each species contributing in ways both obvious and subtle. Through every encounter, whether as predator, prey, rival, or unlikely partner, the Black Mamba and the birds shape each other's destinies. Their interactions are a constant negotiation, a dance of survival and adaptation that has played out for millennia. Their stories intertwine in the endless cycle of survival, a testament to the delicate balance that defines the wild. In the vast, sunlit savanna, every life is connected, every action echoes, and the fates of wings above and fangs below are forever entwined. Beneath the surface of every hunt, the Black Mamba's venom weaves an invisible thread through the savanna, connecting predator and prey in a complex web of life and death. The mamba's presence is felt far beyond the moment of a strike. Its influence ripples outward, shaping the very fabric of the ecosystem. More than a weapon, this potent cocktail of neurotoxins is a force that shapes the ecosystem itself. The venom, a product of millions of years of evolution, is a masterwork of biological engineering, designed not just to kill, but to do so with astonishing speed and efficiency. When the mamba strikes, its venom acts swiftly, paralyzing prey in moments. The neurotoxins disrupt the nervous system, shutting down movement and breathing almost instantly. This rapid immobilization is crucial in the open savanna, where a wounded animal could easily escape or attract other predators. This efficiency ensures that even the fastest rodents and birds rarely escape, keeping their populations in check and preventing overgrazing of seeds and plants. By controlling these populations, the mamba indirectly protects the delicate balance of grasses and shrubs, which in turn supports countless other species. But the story does not end with the mamba's meal. The aftermath of a hunt sets off a cascade of ecological events. Scavengers, ant colonies, beetles, and even small mammals move in to clean up what remains, redistributing nutrients across the landscape. These creatures break down the leftovers, returning vital minerals to the soil and fueling the growth of new plants. In this way, the mamba's kill becomes a source of life for an entire community of organisms. In this way, the mamba's venom echoes through the food web, supporting countless unseen lives. Every strike, every meal, every carcass left behind is a thread in the vast tapestry of the savanna, connecting species in ways both direct and subtle. Over millennia, prey species have evolved sharper senses and quicker reflexes, an evolutionary race driven by the mamba's silent threat. The constant pressure of predation has shaped the behavior and biology of rodents, birds, and other small animals, making them more alert, more agile, and more resourceful. Some have even developed partial resistance to venom, a testament to nature's relentless push for survival. These adaptations are hard-won, the result of countless generations facing the ever-present danger of the mamba. In this evolutionary arms race, only the most resilient survive to pass on their genes. Meanwhile, the venom itself has evolved, growing more potent, more precise, ensuring the mamba remains a formidable predator in a world of constant change. Each generation of mambas carries the legacy of those before, their venom a living record of adaptation and survival. In this delicate dance, the black mamba's venom is more than a tool for survival. It is a catalyst for change, a driver of diversity, and a guardian of balance. It is an agent of balance, a silent architect of the savanna's diversity and a living record of evolution's never-ending story. The black mamba, feared and respected, is not just a hunter but a keystone in the grand design of the African wilderness, its venom a legacy that shapes the world around it, generation after generation. Across the vast sun-baked savanna, where the golden grass stretches as far as the eye can see, a silent war unfolds each day beneath the open sky. The black mamba, sleek and shadowy, is far from the only hunter weaving its way through the tangled grass. This landscape is a battleground, teeming with predators and prey, each locked in a relentless struggle for survival. Here, competition is fierce and unforgiving. Every encounter, whether a fleeting glimpse or a deadly clash, can mean the difference between life and death. The grass conceals not just the mamba, but a host of other serpentine rivals, each with their own unique strategies and strengths. As the sun rises and the savanna comes alive, the stealthy boomslang emerges from its leafy refuge. The boomslang is a master of camouflage, blending seamlessly among the tree branches, its emerald scales almost invisible against the canopy. Unlike the mamba, it prefers the heights, stalking its prey from above with patient precision. Though not as large or as blindingly fast as the mamba, the boomslang is no less dangerous. Its movements are slow and deliberate, but its bite delivers a potent hemotoxic venom that can fell small birds and lizards with ease. The boomslang's venom destroys blood cells and tissues, making it a formidable rival for the smaller creatures of the savanna. When the territories of the mamba and boomslang overlap, a silent tension fills the air. These two snakes rarely engage in direct combat, but their mere presence shapes the boundaries of each other's hunting grounds. Invisible borders are drawn, shifting with the seasons and the movements of prey. From above, the savanna appears peaceful, but beneath the surface these borders are fiercely defended, and every shadow could signal a rival or a threat. On the ground, another giant lurks, the African rock python. Massive, muscular and unyielding, the python is a force to be reckoned with. It moves with slow, deliberate power, its body coiling through the grass like a living rope. Unlike the mamba, whose lightning-fast strikes can drop prey in an instant, the python relies on brute strength and patience. It ambushes its victims, wrapping its powerful coils around them and squeezing until the struggle ceases. The python's method is slow but inexorable. Direct confrontations between the mamba and the python are rare, but when they do occur, the outcome is unpredictable. Both are formidable in their own right, and both know to avoid unnecessary risks. Yet a python will not hesitate to seize a young mamba if the opportunity presents itself. In these moments, the savanna's hierarchy is laid bare. Size, strength, and stealth dictate who survives and who becomes a meal. But snakes are not the only threats. Jackals and honey badgers, cunning and relentless, prowl the savanna as well. Their sharp senses and insatiable curiosity make them constant dangers to both eggs and young snakes. The jackal, with its keen nose and quick reflexes, is always on the lookout for movement in the undergrowth. It sniffs out hidden nests and vulnerable prey, moving with a silent grace that belies its predatory intent. The honey badger, however, is a legend in its own right. With a reputation for fearlessness, it is perhaps the most audacious of the mamba's rivals. Its thick skin and remarkable resistance to venom allow it to confront even the most dangerous snakes without hesitation. The honey badger raids snake nests with impunity, devouring eggs and hatchlings, and sometimes even taking on adult snakes in fierce, desperate battles. When a honey badger and a black mamba meet, the encounter is a test of nerve and endurance. The badger's thick hide and relentless attacks can wear down even the most dangerous snake, while the mamba's venom is a constant threat. These confrontations are battles of strategy and timing, where speed, audacity, and resilience all play their part. Sometimes the badger prevails, other times the mamba escapes, wounded but alive. Overhead another threat looms, birds of prey, the silent assassins of the sky. The secretary bird, with its long legs and piercing gaze, stalks through the grass, casting a shadow of danger over the savanna. With crushing kicks and razor-sharp talons, it can dispatch even the most agile snakes in a matter of seconds. The secretary bird's attacks are swift and deadly, turning the tables on the mamba and making the hunter the hunted. In these dramatic encounters, survival depends on split-second decisions and the ability to vanish into the grass at a moment's notice. In this arena of rivals, where danger lurks at every turn, the black mamba's true strength is revealed. It is not just the mamba's venom that makes it a master of the savanna, but its caution, adaptability, and keen awareness of its surroundings. The mamba moves with purpose, always alert, always ready to retreat or strike as the situation demands. Every day is a delicate negotiation, a silent contest of senses, speed, and survival. The mamba must constantly weigh risk against reward, reading the subtle cues of the savanna to avoid becoming prey itself. The line between predator and prey is ever shifting, and a moment's hesitation can spell disaster. In the tall grass, where shadows move and danger is never far away, the black mamba is both hunter and hunted, a true master of the endless, savage contest that defines life on the African savanna. Beneath the golden sun, where the grasses of the savanna whisper ancient secrets to the wind, a silent drama unfolds each day. This is the black mamba's domain, an ever-changing world where survival is a relentless test. The black mamba's world is in constant flux. Seasons, once predictable, now shift with alarming irregularity. Rains that once arrived on schedule now come late, sometimes not at all, leaving the earth cracked and thirsty. Droughts linger, stretching the patience of every living thing. The savanna, once a vibrant tapestry of life, teeming with herds and predators, now transforms with each passing year. The lush grasslands shrink, and the boundaries between life and death blur. For the black mamba, these changes are more than scenery, they are a matter of life and death. Each year brings new challenges as the landscape morphs beneath its scales. Rivers that once carved lifelines through the savanna now shrink to dusty memories. Trees, stripped of their leaves, recede, their canopies no longer offering shelter or shade. The mamba's hunting grounds contract, forcing it to adapt or face oblivion. With each dry season, the mamba's territory becomes more barren. Prey grows scarce, and the snake must search farther and wider, risking exposure and exhaustion. Prey animals, too, are driven by the search for water. Herds of antelope and small mammals migrate across the parched land, always moving, always searching for the next life-giving waterhole. The black mamba is forced to follow, venturing into unfamiliar territories. Each journey brings new risks, encounters with other predators, and the ever-present threat of starvation. Once familiar hunting grounds become battlegrounds where every shadow could hide a rival. Puff adders with their deadly patience, and cobras with their own lethal arsenal now compete for the same shrinking resources. Even the resilient boomslang, a master of the trees, is drawn to the last pockets of abundance, descending to the ground in search of food and water. Around every shrinking waterhole, a silent contest unfolds. Multiple snake species, once separated by territory and habit, now gather in uneasy proximity, each vying for survival. The climate itself becomes an adversary. Temperature swings are more extreme, scorching days followed by cold, restless nights. Sudden storms can bring relief, but also chaos, flooding burrows and washing away nests. The black mamba relies on the sun's warmth to fuel its legendary speed and agility. Each morning it basks on sunlit rocks, soaking in the energy it needs to hunt and evade danger. But as midday temperatures soar, the heat becomes unbearable. The mamba must retreat into burrows or the shade of fallen logs, waiting for the world to cool. When cold snaps arrive, the mamba's body slows, its reflexes dull, its senses muted by the chill. In these moments, it is vulnerable, both to predators and to the hunger that gnaws at its belly. The delicate balance of venom, stealth, and speed is tested daily. Every hunt is a gamble, every strike a calculation between risk and reward. The environment itself becomes a formidable opponent. Strong winds whip dust across the plains, obscuring scent trails and making movement treacherous. The mamba must navigate these hazards with instinct and experience. Even the cycles of life, nesting, hunting, shedding, are thrown into disarray. The timing of egg-laying, once synchronized with the rains, now becomes a gamble. Eggs laid in parched earth may not survive. The soil, too dry to protect them, cracks and exposes the fragile shells to predators and the relentless sun. Many eggs perish before they ever hatch, victims of a climate that no longer follows the old patterns. For those that do survive, the world they enter is harsher than ever. Young mambas must learn quickly, adapting to a landscape where every day is a test. The old rules no longer apply, the terrain is unfamiliar, the obstacles new and unpredictable. Every shadow hides both opportunity and threat. The young must be wary, learning to distinguish between safety and danger in a world that offers little mercy. Yet the black mamba is a master of survival. Its agility and cunning allow it to navigate even the most difficult terrain, striking with precision when opportunity arises. Its story is one of resilience, of adaptation written into every scale, every muscle, every flick of its tongue. As the savanna changes, so does the mamba. Its very skin tells the tale of survival, shifting in color and texture to blend with the changing world. Ever alert, ever evolving, the black mamba stands ready for whatever the future may bring. Its senses attuned to the slightest change, its body poised for action. The future is unwritten, shaped by the relentless sun, the unpredictable rain, and the silent contest of the wild. Around every waterhole, predators and prey engage in a delicate dance, each moment a struggle for dominance, for survival. In this uncertain world, the black mamba's fate will be decided by its greatest strength, the ability to adapt, to survive, and to overcome every obstacle the wild throws in its path. Through the shifting sands of time, the black mamba endures, its story forever entwined with the fate of the savanna itself. Across the savanna, where the grasses sway and secrets linger, another shadow moves, one not born of scales or claws, but of human hands and feet. The black mamba's world, already shaped by nature's unpredictable hand, now faces a new and profound challenge: the encroaching presence of people. As villages grow and farmland expands, the boundaries between human life and wild habitat begin to blur. Dirt roads cut across ancient hunting trails. Fences rise where once only the wind drew lines in the dust. For the black mamba, these changes are both obstacle and opportunity, a shifting landscape where survival depends on understanding the ways of a new and unpredictable rival. Encounters between humans and black mambas are often fraught with fear. Stories of the mamba's speed and lethal bite have woven themselves into local legend, fueling a cycle of misunderstanding and conflict. When a mamba is spotted near a homestead or a field, panic often follows. The instinct is to eliminate the threat, to protect family and livestock. But each lost mamba is a silent echo in the grass, a vital predator removed from the balance of the wild. Yet the relationship is not only one of conflict. In some communities, knowledge is growing. Conservationists and local guides now teach the truth behind the myths, showing how the black mamba helps control rodent populations, safeguarding crops and food stores. Efforts to relocate snakes safely rather than destroy them are taking root. The future of the mamba may depend as much on human understanding as on the snake's own resilience. Still, the challenges mount. Habitat loss fragments the mamba's territory, forcing it into ever closer proximity with people. Pesticides and pollution alter the very fabric of the savanna, affecting prey and predator alike. Roads become deadly traps, and isolated patches of wildland become harder to find, yet hope persists. In reserves and protected areas, the mamba finds sanctuary. Here it plays its ancient role, a silent guardian of balance. With each new generation, both snake and human learn to navigate a shared world. The Black Mamba's story is no longer written by the wild alone. It is shaped by every choice we make, every field tilled, every forest preserved, every moment of respect or fear. The future of this legendary serpent and of the savanna itself depends on a fragile partnership. In the quiet moments when the sun sinks low and the grasses shimmer in gold, the mamba glides through its realm, an ancient survivor in a changing world. Its fate and ours are forever entwined. Echoes in the grass, reminders of the delicate balance between wilderness and humanity. In the shifting twilight between wild and tamed, a new chapter quietly unfolds. Where the Black Mamba and humankind once met as adversaries, bridges of understanding are beginning to span the divide. Across the African savanna, innovative minds and compassionate hearts are crafting solutions that honor both the needs of people and the ancient rhythms of the land. Researchers and local elders now walk the same trails, tracking the subtle signs of mamba movement. Using GPS tags and community reporting, they map the secret highways these snakes have traveled for generations. The knowledge, once held in whispers and warning tales, is now logged and shared, turning fear into foresight. In villages where children once ran from the very mention of the mamba, new education programs bring lessons of respect and safety. Demonstrations teach how to spot a mamba's presence, how to avoid confrontation, and what to do if the paths of human and serpent cross. Myths give way to facts, and stories of dread are replaced with stories of awe. Fences designed to keep livestock safe are now built with small, snake-sized gaps, allowing the mamba to pass through without threat to animals or itself. In some communities, snake-safe zones have been established, corridors of wild grass left untouched, inviting the mamba to travel undisturbed from one patch of habitat to another. Even in the realm of medicine, the black mamba's venom is yielding new hope. Scientists have unlocked compounds within its potent bite that may one day treat pain or even save lives. The snake once feared as a bringer of death emerges as a potential healer, a symbol of the unexpected gifts nature can offer when we choose to listen and learn. These bridges are fragile, built on trust and ongoing effort. But with every choice, to educate, to conserve, to adapt, humans and mambas draw a little closer to peaceful coexistence. The savanna, ever-changing, holds space for both the old legends and the new realities. Here the future is not merely survived but shaped together. As day fades to night, the black mamba glides beneath the stars, a silent ambassador for all wild things. Its story reminds us when we seek understanding, even the most feared among us can become a partner in the dance of life. Across the savanna, as the seeds of coexistence take root, a new generation rises, one that sees the black mamba not only as a creature to be feared, but as a vital thread woven into the tapestry of life. In classrooms shaded by acacia trees, children gather around colorful posters and digital tablets, their eyes wide with curiosity rather than fear. Here, stories of the black mamba are told not as warnings, but as invitations to understand. Local conservationists and teachers collaborate, blending traditional wisdom with modern science. Young hands sketch the winding paths of the mamba, tracing its journey through grasslands and thickets. They learn to recognize its tracks, to respect its space, and to appreciate its role as a keeper of balance, controlling rodent populations, maintaining the delicate harmony of the ecosystem. Field trips become adventures of discovery. Guided by elders and biologists, students follow the pulse of the wild, observing mambas from safe distances, recording notes in well-worn journals. Each encounter is a lesson in patience, observation, and humility. For some, the black mamba becomes a symbol of resilience, a living testament to the power of adaptation and survival. In art classes, the black mamba's sleek form is painted alongside lions, elephants, and birds, taking its rightful place among the icons of Africa. poetry and song emerge, celebrating the mamba's silent strength and mysterious beauty. Through these creative expressions, young voices carry forward a new narrative, one where respect replaces fear and knowledge blooms into stewardship. The spark of inspiration ignites ambitions. Some dream of becoming wildlife biologists, others hope to design safer villages or become storytellers who bridge the worlds of people and nature. Through their curiosity and compassion, these young guardians ensure that the story of the Black Mamba and the lessons it teaches will endure. In their hands, the future of coexistence is not just a hope, but a living promise. With every question asked, every myth challenged, and every act of care, the next generation becomes both protector and pupil, shaping a world where the Black Mamba and humanity can thrive side by side. As the sun dips below the horizon, the lessons learned on the Savanna begin to cross invisible borders. The story of the Black Mamba, once whispered in fear, now travels far beyond the grasslands, carried by digital connections, social media, and the voices of inspired youth. In bustling cities, classrooms light up with interactive maps and real-time wildlife footage. Students from different continents connect through video calls, sharing their own encounters with snakes and swapping tales of local wildlife. The Black Mamba, once an enigma, becomes a global ambassador for misunderstood species everywhere. Online challenges invite young conservationists to document the snakes in their own neighborhoods, dispelling myths with photos, videos, and science-backed stories. Art projects and short films go viral, painting the Black Mamba not as a villain but as a symbol of ecosystem health and resilience. Hashtags trend, uniting children, teenagers, and adults in a movement that values knowledge over fear. Conservation groups collaborate across borders, inspired by the success stories from the Savanna. New safety initiatives and public awareness campaigns take shape, informed by the experiences of those who've learned to live alongside the Black Mamba. Communities share strategies for coexistence, building snake-proof homes, designing wildlife corridors, and creating emergency response teams trained in safe snake relocation. And through it all, the voices of the next generation, once quiet, now amplified, lead the charge. Their creativity sparks dialogue, their curiosity bridges cultures. As the ripples of change spread, the Black Mamba's legacy grows, not just as a creature of legend, but as a catalyst for global understanding and stewardship. With every story shared and every lesson learned, the world moves one step closer to harmony, proving that the fate of the Black Mamba is tied to our own, and that the journey toward coexistence begins with a single, powerful story. In the quiet aftermath of change, something remarkable takes root, a tapestry of hope woven from countless individual actions. Across continents, communities once divided by fear now come together, united by a common purpose to safeguard the Black Mamba and in doing so protect the intricate web of life it helps sustain. In rural villages, snake rescue workshops become community events where elders share traditional wisdom and children demonstrate new techniques learned online. Local artists transform blank walls into vibrant murals, their paintbrushes turning fearsome legends into emblems of pride and respect. School science fairs feature projects on venom research and ecosystem balance, inspiring the next generation of biologists and conservationists. On the Savanna, rangers equipped with GPS trackers and drones monitor Black Mamba populations, collecting data that guides new conservation policies. Farmers experiment with natural barriers and wildlife-friendly crop designs, reducing conflict and fostering coexistence. Meanwhile, city dwellers organize virtual fundraisers and awareness drives, their efforts reaching far into the wild through grassroots partnerships. International alliances blossom, scientists, storytellers, and activists exchanging knowledge, resources, and hope. Medical researchers study the Black Mamba's venom, unlocking breakthroughs that save both human and animal lives. Conservation technology advances from AI-powered wildlife cameras to solar-powered snake fences, forging new paths toward harmony. And through it all, the story of the Black Mamba continues to inspire. Every rescued snake, every educated child, every shared story becomes a thread in a growing tapestry of hope. Together, these threads form a future where the Black Mamba is not just a survivor, but a symbol of resilience, of connection, and of the power we have when we work as one. In the end, the legacy of the Black Mamba is not written in shadows, but in the light of collective action. The journey is far from over, but with every step forward we weave a future where wild worlds and human hearts thrive side by side. As the sun sets on the savanna, casting golden hues over the landscape, we delve deeper into the intricate role the black mamba plays in maintaining biodiversity. This elusive predator, often misunderstood, is a keystone species in its habitat, balancing the delicate web of life that stretches across the plains. When the black mamba hunts, it targets small mammals, birds, and other reptiles, controlling populations that could otherwise explode and disrupt the ecosystem. Its presence ensures that no single species dominates, allowing a diverse range of flora and fauna to flourish. This predator-prey relationship is a dance of survival, each step vital to the health of the environment. In the underbrush, the black mamba's movements stir the soil, aiding in nutrient cycling and supporting plant growth. Its mere presence is a deterrent to overgrazing, as herbivores steer clear of its territory, giving vegetation a chance to regenerate. This regeneration, in turn, supports a myriad of other species, from insects to large herbivores, each playing their part in the grand tapestry of life. But the black mamba's influence extends beyond the savanna. In areas where its numbers have dwindled, we see a ripple effect. Rodent populations soar, leading to crop damage and increased human-wildlife conflict. The balance tips and the ecosystem suffers. Yet where the black mamba thrives, harmony prevails, a testament to its role as a guardian of biodiversity. Researchers and conservationists work tirelessly to study these dynamics, using cutting-edge technology to track and understand the black mamba's movements and interactions. Their findings are crucial, informing conservation strategies that protect not just the mamba, but the entire ecosystem. Community involvement is key. Education programs highlight the importance of the black mamba, shifting perceptions from fear to respect. Farmers learn to coexist with this formidable snake, recognizing that its presence is a boon, not a bane. Together they create a landscape where wildlife and humans can thrive in mutual respect. The story of the black mamba is one of balance and interconnection. It reminds us that every creature, no matter how fearsome, has a crucial role to play in the symphony of life. As we continue to protect and understand the black mamba, we safeguard the intricate balance of our natural world, ensuring a future where biodiversity can flourish. In this journey of coexistence, we find hope and inspiration. The black mamba, once a symbol of fear, now stands as a beacon of resilience and harmony. Its story is a powerful reminder that when we protect the wild, we protect ourselves. Together we can weave a future where nature's balance is maintained, and the wild worlds that inspire us remain vibrant and alive. As the stars emerge above the savanna, a quiet wisdom settles over the land. The black mamba, with its silent grace and vital role, offers lessons that reach far beyond its shadowy domain. In its story, we find teachings about resilience, balance, and the strength found in diversity. Nature's balance is not achieved through dominance, but through respect for every thread in the web of life. The black mamba teaches us that even the most misunderstood and feared creatures have essential gifts to offer. Its existence challenges us to look past fear and embrace understanding, to see the beauty in all forms of life, even those we once shunned. From the mamba's careful navigation of its territory, we learn the importance of harmony with our environment. Each step it takes is measured, never wasteful, always mindful of the delicate world it inhabits. In a world where resources are finite, the mamba's efficiency is a silent reminder to tread lightly, to take only what is needed, and to give space for renewal. Communities that have learned to coexist with the black mamba share stories of transformation. Where once there was fear, now there is respect, and with respect comes protection. Children grow up understanding the value of every creature, and farmers find new ways to live alongside wildlife, drawing inspiration from the mamba's adaptability. These lessons ripple outward, touching the hearts of those who listen. The black mamba's presence becomes more than a symbol of wilderness. It becomes a symbol of coexistence, of hope, and of the wisdom that nature so generously imparts. As we move forward, let us carry these whispers of wisdom into our own lives. Let us remember the black mamba not just as a guardian of biodiversity, but as a teacher, guiding us toward a future where harmony and understanding reign. In the end, the wild is not something separate from us. It is a part of us, and its lessons, like the mamba's silent journey, are etched into the very soul of the earth. In the hush that follows the mamba's passage, there is a deeper message, one spoken not in words but in the silence between heartbeats. The savanna, the forest, the riverbank, and all the hidden corners the black mamba calls home pulse with life that is often overlooked. Yet it is in these quiet moments that nature speaks most clearly. To truly understand the black mamba, we must learn to listen, not just with our ears but with our senses attuned to the rhythms of the wild. The rustle of grass under a cautious glide, the distant call of a bird alerting others to danger, the gentle hush as dusk falls and the world shifts from day to night. These are the sounds of a world in balance, where every creature, no matter how small or feared, plays a vital part. The mamba's silence is not emptiness, it is awareness. It moves with purpose, attuned to the subtlest changes in its environment. By observing this quiet mastery, we are reminded to slow down, to pay attention, and to rediscover the ancient language of the earth. In a world growing noisier with each passing day, the black mamba's story invites us to reclaim the lost art of listening. When we pause and immerse ourselves in the quiet, we find wisdom waiting, lessons about patience, humility, and the profound connections that bind us to all living things. Let us carry this pulse of the wild within us. Let it guide our choices, inspire our stewardship, and remind us that the most powerful voices are sometimes those that speak in silence. In honoring the black mamba and the world it inhabits, we honor the silent symphony of nature and our place within it. As we listen to the silent wisdom of the wild, another truth emerges, etched not in sound but in the footprints we leave behind. Every step we take across the savanna, every choice we make in distant cities, ripples through the delicate balance of the black mamba's world. Our actions, whether conscious or unintentional, shape the fate of habitats, the survival of species, and the health of entire ecosystems. The black mamba, elusive and misunderstood, is more than a symbol of nature's mystery. It is a measure of our stewardship. Its presence signals a landscape in harmony, while its absence warns of imbalance and loss. As forests shrink and grasslands yield to roads and farms, the mamba's ancient trails are erased and the silence grows heavier. But within this realization lies a call to action. Our responsibility is not just to admire the wild from afar, but to protect it through conservation, education, and the choices we make each day. Simple acts like supporting protected areas, reducing our environmental footprint, and fostering respect for all creatures weave a safety net for the mamba and countless others. We are not separate from nature, but threads in its vast tapestry. The dust of the savanna clings to our shoes, just as our hopes and fears echo in the wild places we cherish. By choosing to walk gently, to listen closely, and to act wisely, we become guardians of the silence, the keepers of possibility for generations yet to come. Let us remember, every footprint tells a story. May ours be ones of respect, compassion, and enduring responsibility, ensuring that the black mamba's silent passage will continue to inspire wonder in the wild heart of the world. In the aftermath of footprints and choices, hope quietly takes root. Across Africa's golden savannas and shrinking forests, communities and scientists join hands, sowing seeds of renewal where silence once reigned. Restoration begins not only with grand gestures, but with countless small acts, replanting native grasses, shielding ancient trees, and reconnecting fragmented wild corridors. These efforts stitch together the torn fabric of the mamba's world, offering safe passage and new hunting grounds for this elusive serpent. In the heart of the wild, local guardians monitor the land, blending traditional wisdom with modern science. Their eyes track the subtle signs, fresh mamba trails winding through dew-kissed grass, nests sheltered in restored thickets, the return of prey species once vanished. Each sign is a testament that healing is possible, that balance can be restored. But renewal is not just about land and wildlife. It is about rekindling respect, teaching children the truths behind the myths, helping neighbors understand the mamba's role as both hunter and guardian of the ecosystem. Through outreach and education, fear gives way to fascination, and old legends are rewritten with compassion. As the sun sets over a rejuvenated savanna, the black mamba glides silently through the grass, a living symbol of nature's resilience. Its journey is no longer a solitary one. It is carried on the hopes of all who choose to nurture the wild. Every seed planted, every mind opened, every habitat restored, these are the promises we make to the future. Together we can ensure that the Black Mamba's story is not one of loss but of renewal, resilience, and the enduring power of hope. Across the vast stretches of Africa, the story of the Black Mamba's survival is not told by numbers alone, but by the people whose lives intertwine with its fate. In sun-baked villages bordering wild reserves, rangers rise before dawn, their boots imprinting the earth with silent promise. Each day they patrol the boundaries, dismantling snares, monitoring camera traps, and listening for the subtle rustle that signals the mamba's passage. Their work is both vigilant and vulnerable, an act of courage in the face of misunderstanding and fear. Meet Amina, a community leader whose childhood was shaped by tales of the Black Mamba as a creature to be feared. Today she stands at the helm of educational workshops, inviting children to witness the snake's grace from a safe distance. Through her eyes, the Black Mamba becomes not a monster, but a marvel. Its swift movements, its crucial role in keeping rodent populations in check, its quiet beauty under the Savanna sun. Nearby, scientists like Dr. Masego track the mamba's movements with gentle hands and careful science. GPS transmitters reveal hidden highways through grass and woodland, uncovering how these snakes navigate a changing world. Each data point is more than a dot on a map. It is a step towards understanding, a tool for designing corridors where wildlife and people can coexist in peace. But the guardians are not only adults. In classrooms and under the leafy shade of acacia trees, children draw pictures of the Black Mamba, their crayons reshaping old fears into new respect. Their voices ring out in songs and stories, carrying forward lessons of coexistence and stewardship. These are the guardians in action, the unsung heroes whose dedication breathes life into the promise of renewal. Their stories remind us that conservation is not a distant dream but a daily commitment. It is as much about the hands that plant saplings as the hearts that choose empathy over fear. As dusk falls, the land glows with the quiet energy of hope. The Black Mamba, watched over by many, continues its ancient journey, its survival now bound to the courage and compassion of those who walk the front lines. In every act of guardianship, the wild finds a new voice, and the future grows brighter for all. As the sun dips beneath the horizon, the pulse of the savanna slows, but the story of the Black Mamba and its protectors continues to unfold, woven not just by scientists and rangers, but by the hands and hearts of the local communities who call this land home. Here, tradition and conservation intersect, creating a tapestry of knowledge and resilience. In small gatherings beneath ancient baobab trees, elders share stories of the mamba from long before the age of GPS and camera traps. Their voices, weathered by time, recount moments when respect for the snake meant survival, how the sight of a shadow slipping through the grass signaled the health of the land, and how the mamba's presence was once a sign to tread carefully, not with fear, but with understanding. Today, these stories are not relics of the past, but bridges to the future. Conservationists partner with village leaders and healers, learning about medicinal plants, sacred groves, and the rhythms of wildlife migration passed down through generations. Together, they map out safe corridors for the mamba, blending local wisdom with modern science to protect both people and snakes. Community members become stewards of their own wild spaces, organizing patrols, restoring native vegetation, and building simple shelters for both livestock and wildlife. Children take pride in their role as mamba ambassadors, teaching their peers how to recognize and respect the snake from a safe distance, transforming fear into curiosity and care. Through shared meals, laughter, and collective effort, a new narrative takes root, one where the Black Mamba is not an enemy, but a neighbor, not a threat, but a vital thread in the community's web of life. In these moments, hope grows stronger than fear, and the path forward is shaped by many hands working in harmony. The legacy of the Black Mamba's survival is written not just in scientific reports, but in the living memory of these communities. Their wisdom, resilience, and creativity are the true threads that bind the future of the savanna, ensuring that the song of the wild will echo for generations to come. As the soft light of dawn breaks over the vast expanse of the savanna, it illuminates a landscape shaped by both nature and human hands. Here, the Black Mamba's story is intertwined with the lives of those who have learned to coexist with this formidable predator. This chapter explores the art of coexistence, how communities, conservationists, and the Black Mamba itself have crafted a shared future. In the heart of the savanna, we find a village that has become a model of harmonious living with the Black Mamba. Through innovative practices and deep-rooted respect for nature, these villagers have turned potential conflict into collaboration. They have built snake-proof barriers around their homes and livestock pens, using locally sourced materials that blend seamlessly into the environment. These barriers not only protect their families and animals, but also provide safe passages for the mambas, allowing them to move freely without coming into dangerous contact with humans. The villagers have also embraced traditional knowledge, handed down through generations, to predict the mamba's movements and behaviors. They have created detailed maps of mamba territories, identifying key nesting sites and hunting grounds. This information is shared with neighboring communities and conservationists, fostering a network of informed and proactive guardians of the wild. Education plays a pivotal role in this coexistence. Schools incorporate lessons about the Black Mamba into their curriculum, teaching children about the snake's ecological importance and how to safely share their habitat. These young learners become ambassadors of coexistence, spreading awareness and fostering a culture of respect and understanding. Community leaders, conservationists, and scientists regularly gather to discuss new strategies and share their experiences. These meetings are not just about solving problems, but also celebrating successes. They highlight stories of how coexistence has led to a healthier ecosystem, where the presence of the Black Mamba is seen as a sign of a balanced and thriving environment. In this village, the Black Mamba is not just a snake. It is a symbol of resilience and the power of unity. The art of coexistence has transformed fear into respect, conflict into collaboration, and uncertainty into hope. It is a testament to the belief that humans and wildlife can share the same space in harmony, each contributing to the other's survival. As the sun sets, casting a golden glow over the savanna, the villagers gather to celebrate their shared achievements. They dance and sing, their voices rising in a chorus that echoes through the night. The Black Mamba, gliding silently through the grass, is a silent witness to this celebration of life, a reminder that the future of the savanna is being crafted by many hands, working together in harmony. In the art of coexistence, we find the blueprint for a shared future, where the Black Mamba and the people of the savanna continue to thrive side by side. Beyond the boundaries of one village, the story of coexistence with the Black Mamba sends ripples across continents. The lessons learned in the heart of the savanna inspire communities far and wide, transcending borders and cultures. Conservationists from distant lands journey here, eager to witness firsthand the delicate balance achieved between people and predator. They return home with new ideas, adapting these strategies to protect their own native species, whether wolves in the forests, jaguars in the jungles, or snakes in the fields. In bustling cities and remote rural settlements alike, news spreads of the savanna's success. Documentaries, social media, and community workshops share tales of hope and resilience. Children in classrooms thousands of miles away learn about the Black Mamba not as a creature to be feared, but as a vital thread in the tapestry of life. They draw pictures, write stories, and imagine a world where every species has a place. Governments and NGOs take note, crafting policies that encourage coexistence rather than conflict. They invest in research, education, and community-led conservation, recognizing that the health of ecosystems depends on the harmony between humans and wildlife. Scientists collaborate across continents, sharing data and insights, forging a global network of guardians for the natural world. The ripple effect of coexistence brings unexpected benefits. Healthier ecosystems provide clean water, fertile soil, and abundant food. Tourism flourishes as visitors come to witness the wonders of a balanced wilderness. Local economies strengthen and pride in cultural heritage grows. Most importantly, the world begins to see that coexistence is not just an ideal, it is a practical pathway to a sustainable future. The Black Mamba's story becomes a beacon, illuminating the possibility of harmony wherever people and wildlife meet. As night falls once more on the savanna, the chorus of life continues. The Black Mamba glides beneath the stars, its path now woven into the hopes of people everywhere. And in villages, cities, and wild places around the globe, the ripples of coexistence spread, quietly shaping a world where every life has value and every story matters. As the years unfold, the Black Mamba's tale becomes more than just a story of survival. It becomes a legacy echoing through generations. Around flickering campfires and in sunlit classrooms, elders and teachers recount the journey of the mamba and the people who learned to live alongside it. Children listen wide-eyed, their imaginations painting the swift shadow in the grass, the careful footsteps of villagers, and the quiet moments of mutual respect. These stories are not warnings, but lessons, reminders that fear can be transformed into understanding, and that even the most feared creatures have a role to play. In every telling, the black mamba is not a villain, but a symbol of resilience, of the power of knowledge, and of the bonds between humans and the wild. Artisans carve mambas into wood and stone, their forms winding through market stalls and adorning village gates. Songs are sung in local languages, celebrating the balance struck and the peace achieved. School projects and community murals capture the mamba's sleek form, inspiring pride and curiosity in the next generation. And as these stories spread, they evolve, woven into new traditions, adapted to new challenges. The black mamba's legacy becomes a living thread connecting past and future, people and planet. Through storytelling, the wisdom of coexistence endures, ensuring that the lessons of the Savanna are never forgotten. In every corner of the world touched by the mamba's story, hope takes root. And so the legacy grows, one story, one child, one community at a time, reminding us that when we choose understanding over fear, we shape a future where all life can thrive. The legacy of the black mamba does not end with stories, it sparks action, igniting a movement that stretches far beyond the Savanna. In cities and villages, in classrooms and conservation centers, a new generation rises, inspired by the mamba's tale. Young scientists set out to study not just snakes, but the ecosystems that sustain them, driven by curiosity and respect. Conservationists and local leaders form alliances, sharing knowledge across borders, cultures and languages, united by a vision of harmony. Communities once divided by fear now gather for festivals that celebrate their wild neighbors. Children paint murals of the mamba alongside elephants and birds, weaving together the threads of all life. Digital storytellers craft virtual experiences, allowing people around the globe to step into the grasslands and witness the world through the eyes of the mamba. Artists, musicians and writers find new inspiration, their works echoing the message of coexistence. With every project, every initiative, the world becomes a little more connected, a little more compassionate. Laws are rewritten to protect habitats. Old myths are retold with new understanding. The black mamba, once a symbol of danger, now embodies hope, a reminder that transformation is possible, that fear can become fascination, and that the future is shaped by the choices we make today. As the sun sets over the Savanna, the air hums with possibility. The black mamba glides through the grass, unseen but never forgotten. Its story, our story, continues to unfold, inspiring a world where every creature has a place and every voice is heard. This is the next chapter, a world inspired by the mamba, where the bonds between people and nature grow stronger with every passing day.